Welcome to Popcorn Chat. I'm Kurt Jarvis. What I'm going to be doing for you this week is going down the list of summer blockbuster action movies and telling you the ones I'm excited about, the ones I have serious doubts about, and the ones I'm curious about. This episode is brought to you by Super Friends. This is the one movie they won't make into an action movie that I want to see. Get it done. Wonder Twin powers activate. It's got a monkey. It's got a bat. It's got a guy that's in the water. What more do you need, Hollywood? Come on. Really? You made a movie about Facebook? I'm just saying. All right, enough of that. I'm going to be we're going down the list of 12 movies, 5 of which I think have serious promise, 5 of which I think have serious doubts, and 2 I think are extremely curious. Let's start with the 5 that I have serious doubts. The first one is a movie called Battleship. First of all, it's based on a board game. And I don't know where they're going to go with that. And based on the previews that I've seen and the trailers they have released, it looks like your general, hey, aliens are taking over the Earth. Except it's in water. We've seen this movie, I don't know how many times, and it's never been that interesting. I mean, we saw War of the Worlds. That was terrible. I mean, you know, and it goes on and on. The only one I've liked is Super 8, which I thought Super 8 was good, but they did it from a kid's angle, so it gave it a little bit of life. And I don't know, I just have my doubts about Battleship. It just doesn't look very good. Another one I'm not excited about is Prometheus. I mean, this is basically an Aliens prequel. Do we need an Aliens prequel? I mean, really, is it necessary? Not only that, it's a Ridley Scott movie, and I have friends of mine who are vehement Ridley Scott fans, and they like to punch me in the face anytime we get into a discussion about Ridley Scott. I think he's a very sloppy director. I didn't like Gladiator. You know, I liked American Gangster, so not everything he does is terrible. But I just think he's sloppy. I mean, he's not one of my favorite directors, so I'm really not that excited about seeing Prometheus. The other one is The Bourne Legacy. I don't know why this had to be made either. I thought the Bourne movies were done. And not only that, but, you know, you take Matt Damon off of it because you think he's getting too old, and you put in Jeremy Renner, who's only 3 years younger. So I don't really know what they're trying to do with this and where they're going with this, and it just looks like it's more of the same in the Bourne movies, and I don't think we're going to get anything new or exciting out of it. The one I'm probably least excited about is Total Recall. This is a remake of a film in the 1990s starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, and of course that was a remake of another. I mean, it's kind of a remake of a remake of a remake, really. And I don't see the point in it. I mean, Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger was a good movie. It wasn't a great movie. It was a fun movie. It was a sit back and eat your popcorn kind of movie. And I don't know what more they're going to add to it. They're probably going to do what they do with Karate Kid and Footloose and let's just make the same movie and change characters, which doesn't add anything new to it. So you really just kind of remake it for no purpose. The last movie I'm not excited about is G.I. Joe Retaliation. The first G.I. Joe movie I thought was just awful. It did not even encompass what I like about G.I. Joe, and I had a lot of G.I. Joes as a kid, so I don't know. I don't understand why they think this is needed a sequel. Oh, but it has The Rock in it. Ooh, I don't care. I think he's a terrible actor. He's a wonderful personality. I love it when he does an interview. I watch it every time, and he makes me laugh. I think he's a great personality. I think he's a terrible actor. He just doesn't... I mean, hi, I can watch me bounce my biceps. Who cares? It's not movie material, okay? You're a sideshow. It's a circus. I just don't understand why he's such a draw, but whatever. That's fine. I'll give you 5 of them that I'm excited about. The first one I'm excited about is The Avengers. Even though I have my doubts about The Avengers, I'm still excited to see it, and I really want it to be good. I have my doubts about it because they're on their 3rd Bruce Banner, they've had 2 Incredible Hulk movies. The first one was awful. The second one wasn't awful. It was good. It just wasn't great. And then you had a Thor movie, which I thought was terrible. So he has no premise coming into it. You have a Captain America movie, which was really solid. And then you have 2 Iron Man movies, which are both fantastic. So I have no idea what you're going to get. I have no clue. And then you mix that in with 2 new characters. You know, again, Jeremy Renner, who's just making action movie after action movie lately. And Scarlett Johansson, and I don't know what we're going to get. And I think X-Men has figured out, the people who make X-Men have figured out how to successfully make a team concept action movie. They do it by, you don't overdevelop a character, you don't underdevelop a character. You keep everybody right at medium pace. You give the audience just enough to care about them, and that way when they're in action, you care about them. I hope the Avengers takes this approach. If they do that, you know, and if they just focus on the action, it's going to suck, okay? These are interesting characters. These are iconic comic book characters. They have heart. They have depth. Most of us know what they are. Even the ones that don't, just give them a little bit. I think it'll be good. The second one I'm excited about seeing is Men in Black 3 with Will Smith is back. Tommy Lee Jones is back for, I guess, a cameo appearance. But Josh Brolin is the reason I'm really excited to see this. Will Smith generally takes really good roles. He doesn't take a script if it's not good. Even his bad movies, I think, are okay. They're not terrible. But Josh Brolin really gets into what scripts he takes, and he seldom takes a bad script. So that's why I'm excited about this. I think it'll be a fun movie. The third movie I'm excited about is The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm really anxious to see Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man and Emma Stone as his love interest. I'm super excited about seeing it. The previews I've seen have not excited me, though, so I'm worried about it. But it's fun to have this one coming out in the middle of all of them. You know, it's going to be superhero heaven again this summer, like it was just a couple of summers ago. And I'm excited about this one. I hope the changes are good. I hope they're solid. The one I'm most excited about seeing is The Dark Knight Rises. I love The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan, the director, did a great job. Heath Ledger, may he rest in peace, did a wonderful Joker, which will never be topped, in my opinion, at least not while I'm alive. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do next. I think this is, from all accounts, Christopher Nolan's last shot at doing the Batman movies, and probably Christian Bale's last at it too, because he's so difficult to work with. People don't even like working with him. But they put together some good stuff. So, you know, yeah, I'll go see that one. And the other one I'm excited about seeing that I probably shouldn't be is The Expendables 2. I loved The Expendables, the first one. Okay, the reason why is because they knew what they were making. A cheesy, campy action movie. They were not taking themselves seriously. They said, hey, let's go round up all these old dudes from the 80s who had a wonderful action, you know, action-adventure kind of career. Let's put them all in a movie, make fun of it, and let's all make $1 million. And that's all it was. It didn't try to be anything that it wasn't. Now they're mixing in some of the older with the newer ones, with The Expendables 2, and I'm anxious to see what they come up with. The two movies that I'm curious about, that I don't know which way they're going to fall, is Snow White and the Huntsman is the first one. They're billing this as an action movie. They're not billing this as a child's Snow White movie, so I'm interested to see what they do with it. I actually like Kristen Stewart as an actress, okay? I know she's been mired in this Twilight stuff, and the Twilight stuff, I think, sucks. And she just stands there and glows, and, oh, my boyfriend's wonderful. I hate it. But I've seen her in other movies, and I think she does have good acting chops. So I'm excited to see what she does with this. And the trailers have interested me, I have to admit. I've been riveted by the trailers and the previews that I've seen so far. So I'm curious to see how this one goes. The second one I'm curious about that I just can't decide is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. That's right, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Of course, the sequel has got to be Thomas Jefferson Zombie Hunter. You know it's coming if this one does well. I don't know what this is about. I really haven't looked it up. I don't know if it's based on a book. It might be. I don't know. But it sounds interesting enough to me that I want to go see it. It's either going to blow chunks or it's going to be really good, and it really kind of depends. One thing that really makes me want to see it is every time I walk by a poster of it, I say, wow, that looks interesting. My 12-year-old daughter goes, I think that looks like the dumbest thing ever invented, which makes me want to go see it because she has bad taste in movies. So maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I'm curious enough to see what it is. And as you know, I'm loyal to you. I'm loyal to you. I will see every single one of these movies. Even if I'm not interested in them, I will go see them because I know you guys are interested in them, and I will rate them and judge them accordingly. If you come back next week, I will have a couple more reviews for you. Not sure what I'm going to be doing, but this has been a Popcorn Chat Special Edition. Until next week, I'll see you at the movies.